Welcome to Leading with Heart, the podcast where leadership meets humanity. I'm your host, Sara Valentine, and in each episode, we'll explore how to bring heart into the way we lead, live, and love. HEART stands for hear, empathize, acknowledge, respond, and think. These 5 actions may sound simple, but when practiced consistently, they can transform the way you show up as a leader in the workplace and beyond. So whether you're leading a team, leading a family, or simply leading yourself, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the Heart Leadership Podcast. I'm Sara Valentine, and today we're closing out the Heart framework with the final letter, the T. Thank. Gratitude. Gratitude is the thread that holds the heart together. Without it, leadership becomes transactional. With it, it becomes transformational. Today's episode is a little personal and very reflective. It's an invitation to pause, to remember, and to say thank you. Why gratitude matters in leadership. Gratitude is often misunderstood in leadership. It's not about politeness. It's not a courtesy. And it's definitely not fluff. Gratitude grounds us. It reminds us we didn't get here alone. Every leader standing strong today was once taught, coached, challenged, supported, and believed in. Gratitude keeps our hearts soft in a world that often hardens leaders over time. And when leaders forget gratitude, something breaks. Humility fades, entitlement grows, and connection weakens. Gratitude is what keeps heart human. Gratitude for those who shaped us. When I think about gratitude, I think about the people who helped make me, me. My parents, my siblings, my children, my in-laws, and the love of my life, Michael Valentine, who walks beside me with patience, faith, and unwavering support. I am who I am because of the people who poured into me, and often when I didn't even realize it at the time. My mentors, like Cynthia, Dr. Karen, Chris Andrews, Jim Hughes, and Sherry Nito. Each of them shaped my leadership in different ways, sharpening me, stretching me, and believing in me when my edges were still rough. Gratitude reminds us that leadership is never a solo act. Gratitude for the HR community. I also carry deep gratitude for the HR professionals who also walked this journey with me. Our work is hard. It's often very lonely and very often misunderstood. Yet, there are people who show up, stand firm, and work with integrity and heart every day in HR. Some of those people are Lisa Martinez, Yasmin, Rick, Sheila, Jet the Vet, Katie, Anthony, Ashley, Catherine, Taylor, Sheila, Janice, Anna, Michelle, Stacy, Janet, Sarah T, and Carly, and so many more. All of you have helped me grow, have challenged my thinking, and stood beside me in moments that tested everything I believed about this profession. I am grateful for you. Gratitude for leaders who polished the rough edges. I'm also grateful for the leaders who helped polish my rough edges, because let's be honest, I had and still have plenty. These leaders didn't dismiss my passion, but helped me shape it and use it. Some of those people are Ian, Jim, Jordan, Pam, the Carolines, Amy, John, and Sharon. You helped me grow into a stronger, steadier leader, not by changing who I was, but helping me refine it. Gratitude acknowledges growth even when it came through a challenge. Gratitude for those we lead. There's a part leaders often forget. Gratitude isn't for those who led you, it's also for those you lead, especially the ones who are brave enough to be vulnerable with you. When someone brings you a concern, shares a mistake, asks for help, or trusts you with something hard, it's a gift. So tell them, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for pushing me to be better. Thank you for being honest. Because vulnerability is leadership fuel and it deserves gratitude. The people you lead shape you just as much as the people who led you. Be grateful. Gratitude as a leadership practice. Gratitude isn't a feeling, it's a practice. It's saying thank you out loud. It's acknowledging effort. It's recognizing growth, and it's naming impact. Grateful leaders listen better, respond more thoughtfully, and lead with deeper purpose. Gratitude keeps our hearts open. It reminds us why we do this work in the first place. And I want to be honest, I've also seen what happens when gratitude is missing. I've worked with leaders who were never satisfied. No matter how hard their teams worked, it was never enough. Wins were expected, not celebrated. Extra effort was assumed, not acknowledged. And over time, something shifted. People stopped going above and beyond. They stopped bringing ideas forward. They stopped feeling pride in their work. Not because they didn't care, but because they felt invisible. When leaders fail to express gratitude, teams don't simply become lazy, they become discouraged. I've watched high performers burn out under leaders who took everything for granted. And I've watched average performers rise under leaders who simply said, I see you. Thank you. This matters. Gratitude doesn't lower the bar, it fuels the climb. It says, your effort matters, your growth matters, you matter. And when leaders practice gratitude consistently, not just when it's convenient, cultures change. People stay longer, they care more, they lead better, because gratitude reminds us that leadership isn't about extraction, it's about stewardship. And that's a responsibility we should never take lightly. As I close the Heart Framework, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect. Who helped shape you? Who believed in you when you were still finding your way? Who challenged you, refined you, and stood beside you? And who trusted you enough to let you lead them? Reach out. Say thank you. Name the impact. Gratitude is the thread that holds the heart together. And leadership without gratitude is incomplete. And before I close this episode, I want to end with my most personal thank you. To my children, you are my greatest teachers, my deepest joy, and the reason I strive to lead with more patience, humility, and love every single day. To my husband, Mikey, thank you for walking this journey with me, for your steady support, your faith, your encouragement, and for loving me through every season. I could not do this life without you. I thank you so much for being here with me on this heart journey. Over the next few episodes, I'll be sitting down with some of my favorite people, leaders, mentors, and friends, including a few of the very people I mentioned today. These conversations will bring heart to life in a new way through stories, lessons, and lived experiences. And I can't wait for you to meet them. So until next time, Lead with heart, and the rest will follow. Thank you so much for listening. I'm deeply grateful. My hope is that you leave inspired to lead with compassion, strength, and heart in your work, family, and faith. If today's episode encouraged you, share it with someone who could use a little heart in their day. And be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you listen. Until next time, lead with heart, and the rest will follow.